It was in Seattle that I met Elena. She was intelligent, humble, and had the kind of inner fire that couldn't be faked. She'd been working in corporate finance, underpaid, undervalued, and overlooked. I hired her as a consultant for a modest logistics business I'd quietly built, and we clicked, professionally, personally, soulfully. We didn't rush into love. It grew from partnership, from shared late nights building budgets and strategy, from unspoken glances that said, we're going to be something big. What Julian and Alyssa had was a lie built on seduction and ego. What we had was purpose. Now, Elena and I were the silent owners of one of the largest privately held logistics firms in the USA, firm that just happened to be in final acquisition talks with Julian's latest startup. He didn't know yet. Back to the funeral. The silence returned. I looked around at the funeral guests, all family, all pretending not to hear, except one. My aunt leaned in and whispered, "You've changed." I smiled politely. "No, I just finally started playing chess instead of checkers." Julian shifted uncomfortably. "So what? This is revenge?" "No," I said calmly. "This is justice, and I haven't even unwrapped the real gift yet." Alyssa blinked. "What does that mean?" I checked my watch. "It means you two should probably check your inboxes before the reception. The NDA you both signed years ago, the one you thought was buried? Let's just say it's about to make headlines." Elena touched my hand gently. "Shall we go?" she asked. I nodded. "Yes. Let's leave them to enjoy the storm." As we turned to leave, Julian frantically pulled out his phone. I didn't have to look back to know his world was already beginning to fall apart. The storm hits. As Elena and I walked toward our car, the chill of the funeral morning gave way to something warmer, satisfaction. We didn't say much. We didn't need to. Back at the hotel, I opened my laptop. Elena pulled out a bottle of wine. Not for celebration, but for ceremony. This was a moment 8 years in the making. I logged into the private server. Operation Comeuppance, live with a single keystroke. I triggered the release of 2 key documents to the media and several regulatory authorities, a detailed timeline of Julian's financial fraud, hidden under shell companies he used to funnel investor money into luxury assets, including the mansion he had just shown off at the funeral, and a clip from a private conversation recorded by his own company's smartboard system, where he and Alyssa discussed insider trading related to a biotech merger she had access to through a former employer. Both were damning. Both were real. And both were legally obtained, thanks to the NDAs they smugly signed all those years ago, when they used Elena's position to quietly embezzle and manipulate quarterly forecasts. That's the part Julian never understood. Elena wasn't just smart, she was patient, and I had become her scalpel. Hours later, Julian's voice was a shriek through the phone when he called me. "You bastard. What the hell did you do? My board just suspended me." "Suspended? Pending investigation." I sipped my coffee. "No, Julian. I know I've won. You just don't know how deep this goes yet. This is illegal. I'll sue you." Elena kept copies of everything. "Julian, her name is still on the original documents. Remember the email she sent asking you to clarify a few financial entries you brushed off? Those emails now sit with federal investigators." "What about Alyssa? You're ruining her, too." I paused, then said coldly, "She ruined herself when she laughed in my face the night before our wedding and climbed into your bed." Silence, then a faint, hollow whisper. "We were just